students, as you know, a clause is a part of a sentence that has a subject and a verb. Today I want to talk about the basic meaning and structure of adjective clauses. Adjective clauses are a type of dependent clause that describes a noun, just like an adjective describes a noun. Adjective clauses can also be called relative clauses, but I'm going to call them adjective clauses in this video. Every adjective clause has a subject and a verb, and it describes a noun. Let's look at some examples. She bought a lamp that she liked. Let's find our subjects and verbs in this sentence. First, let's look for the verbs. We have the verb bought. And what is the subject for this verb? She. And we have another verb here. Our other verb is liked. And what is the subject for this verb? She. Now we need to find the adjective clause. The adjective clause is a clause that describes a noun. The adjective clause in this sentence is that she liked. This adjective clause describes the noun lamp. It's a lamp that she liked. Let's look at our next example. Again, we'll find our subjects and verbs. Our first verb is ordered, and the subject for that verb is he. We have the verb eats, and the subject for that verb is he. So we're looking for an adjective clause that describes a noun. He ordered pasta, which he eats often. Our adjective clause, which he eats often, describes the pasta. You can see in these examples, we have a normal sentence, something like he eats often or she liked, with another word, like that or which. These words are called relative pronouns, and adjective clauses start with a relative pronoun. That and which are very common relative pronouns, as is who. Who is a relative pronoun. So let's look at our last sentence. The man who I met was tall. Now the structure of this sentence is a little bit different, so let's find our subjects and verbs first. So we'll find our verb. We have verb was and verb met. Oh, two verbs together. That's a little bit strange, right? So let's look at was. What is the subject for the verb was? I? No. The man. The man was tall. And what is the subject for the verb met? I is the subject for the verb met. So you can see we have two sort of sentences here. The man was tall and who I met. These are our two different clauses. And our adjective clause, who I met, describes the man. So you can see sometimes the adjective clause is at the end of a sentence, and sometimes it's in the middle. The most important thing is that the adjective clause comes just after the noun that it describes. Who I met describes the man. Which he eats often describes the pasta. And that she liked describes the lamp. The adjective clause always comes just after the noun that it describes. Now you've seen some simple examples of adjective clauses in sentences. Subscribe to my channel to see my upcoming videos about different types of adjective clauses and relative pronouns and punctuation and a lot more.